Welcome back. You decided to join us again. Lucky you.
Thank you.
Today is January 27th
Yes.
of 2018. Hello.
Exactly a week from our... Oh my god. It's
our
a week
baby
anniversary.
Is a week old.
Aww.
I can't wait.
We're
I can't wait to call us... I can't wait to have our podcast be 42 weeks.
42 weeks.
We can be like, oh my gosh, yeah, our 42-week-year-old is getting so big.
They grow up so fast.
They grow up so fast.
Hey guys, we're back. This is Emily.
Hi. And this is Jessica.
We're intoxicated.
Welcome. And this is sponsored by LaCroix Vodka. When you really have nothing to live for, but you want to party, LaCroix Vodka. It really is the saddest drink you probably could ever drink. Why would you mix two of the most probably unpleasant drinks together?
Don't ask yourself that. I'm drinking a vodka with a splash of orange juice.
Vodka with a side of orange juice.
Yeah.
With a tint of orange.
It's orange colored, but that doesn't mean it's orange juice.
It's orange looking. Okay, let's
actually do something.
This baby. We are mixing it up, and we're gonna start off with some music recommendations that we have today. What is your first music recommendation?
Okay, so for me, my first music recommendation is, so my friends got me onto this band called Too Many Zoos.
Oh, ooh, I like that. Oh, that's fresh.
Yeah, they're
okay. Oh. This got like a funky vibe.
Yeah, they're like a funky, like instrumental band, but I dig it so hard.
I dig this shit too. Okay. Oh, I feel this. Get that. Oh, like it's got the little cymbal thingies with
yeah.
Like you hold them together.
The monkey clappers.
The monkey clappers that they have the one band member use.
Yep. Yeah, so that's a band called Too Many Zoos. Yeah, and they're playing in Madison on February 2nd, which is like 4 or 5 days from now. But yeah, if people are interested, they are kind of in the area for the next like week and a half. So if you love them, they're around.
Okay, that's dope. Speaking of instrumentals, that's what I'm leading into my next thing is. Yeah. What I want to talk about.
I dig it.
The Vitamin String Quartet. They do a lot of covers of like popular songs, and they make them into like string arrangements, and they're so beautiful. Like they've done the Game of Thrones theme. They have like one of the most gorgeous songs I've ever heard is In Your Eyes, which was from my favorite 80s movie. Whatever, they're great.
Which was
Say Anything. John Cusack.
Oh, isn't it so good?
It's my favorite 80s movie of all time.
Good.
It's so good.
Oh, I love it.
John Cusack, 80s John Cusack could do a lot of disgusting things. But I heard he was a little kind of a dick, so I'm just like, I don't know. But you know what? It's fine.
I can see
a little pretentious. Okay, anyway. So Vitamin String Quartet, they just came out with an album where they cover Kanye West songs.
What? The whole album is Kanye West songs?
Yeah, it's all covered Kanye West covered albums. What? So like it's great. It's my new like homework chill listen to like vibe to.
Fuck yeah.
When I'm studying, because it's just no words or anything. It's just beautiful quartet music. And it's just gorgeous. And it came out right now. And I think Flashing Lights is my favorite. It's beautiful. This is just gorgeous. Flashing lights. It'll get to that part, but it's so good.
That was spot on. I thought you were Kanye.
Hell yeah. This is 2 podcasts in a row we've talked about Kanye West.
Dude, I hope we talk about Kanye every time. I don't know.
It's so chill. So yeah, definitely recommend that. Very much vibing with them.
Dope.
Also, another band that I really like called They Might Be Giants. Huge nerd band. So they were big in the 80s. Two nerdy dudes just making music together. They did a lot of... So they had like their weird-ass 80s music, which was incredible. So two weird dudes, love them. But they also did like the theme song to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
No way.
Hot dog and that's
diggity dog.
Yeah. So they play. See, yeah. So they play Little Birdhouse in Your Soul. At your only friend, I am a little going friend. Nerd band, whatever.
Okay.
But again, then Mickey Mouse motherfucking Clubhouse theme song.
Fuck yes.
They're versatile as shit.
DKEYMOUSE.
So,
we both have younger siblings,
anyway.
so this is alright that we know all the words. That's why we know all the words.
Clubhouse. Okay, I love them. But they just came out with a new song, and that plays on 88.9. I can't find it at the moment, but they did just come out with a new album called I Like Fun. Really, really great. It's kind of going back to their older stuff. Like, they didn't really... I mean, everything's all synthed out and really electronic beats, I feel nowadays. And they're just really sticking to it, doing what they do best, and it's awesome.
Dude, I love that.
And they're coming to Milwaukee, so me and all the other 50-year-olds are just gonna jam to They Might Be Giants. Because, like, my dad loves They Might Be Giants, because, again, they're like an 80s nerd band.
Okay.
And also, speaking of nerds, David Byrne from The Talking Heads is also coming to Milwaukee as well.
Oh my god.
Show you don't want to miss. He's absolutely incredible.
Shit. We'll post all of our music recommendations, all of the dates, all the fun goody stuff in the description.
Yes, we will. So that's my 80s. That's my nerdy shit.
Okay.
That's really what I've been listening to. And Etta James.
Always Etta James.
Because I feel some sort of way, and then she just sues me.
Yeah. No,
she's
I hope I'm related. I hope I'm related. But yeah.
When I see my fucking Instagram crush, like, loving someone else, I'm just like...
Etta James.
Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather since my man and I ain't together. Never talked to this person in my life ever.
Your Instagram crush?
Yeah.
Why do you have a crush on him? Just because of the photos?
Yeah. Just like how he looks. Super superficial. It's really superficial, so it's fine.
That's fine. What isn't superficial?
Agreed. Agreed with that one. It's superficial. Okay. So yeah, that's all the music I got.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. So my other thing was, have you heard Justin Timberlake's "Filthy"? Have you?
I like it.
You do like it.
I like it.
Okay.
I have heard a lot of people. It's very mixed reviews.
Yeah,
Justin Timberlake.
exactly.
That was a controversy.
That was like a whoa. What's he doing?
Yeah.
Where's he going?
Yeah, they're like, oh, he's going back to his roots. Like, ugh. Like he culturally appropriated black culture. And now he's doing this, and I was just like, oh, okay, yeah. It was like, wow, this is interesting. But then I liked it. I liked it.
The music video. Have you seen the music video?
That's some Black Mirror ass shit.
Right. The music video is a little like, what? But then the song is like, all right, I can get Filthy. I'm down for it.
Yeah, digging it. It was really cool. It was it's new. It's like something. It's different.
And I'm not the biggest Justin Timberlake fan, so I think so for me, I was like, all right,
I liked him when he was when he had Macaroni hit. Back in the day when he was
it
was beautiful.
That was the better Justin.
Hashtag
better Justin.
Hashtag Macaroni hit. Anyway, that was fun. Okay, let's talk about some pop culture.
It's time for pop culture.
Pop.
We need it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just this keeps making sex noises, and I keep not knowing how to respond.
Okay. So this is sex noises, segue, Aziz Ansari, sexual allegations. That's dark as shit.
Oh my god, we're the worst people.
Oh my god, that's so dark. Anyway.
Okay, yeah, but to segue, wow, what a great first 11 and a half minutes.
Anyway.
To segue, our next thing, we wanted to talk about, what's happening in pop culture, with the Aziz Ansari being the newest kind of person who was accused of sexual assault, sexual harassment, kind of falling under all of the recent trends that's been going on for months now.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's interesting with Aziz's case because reading through it, it's much different than he straight out came on to me, like, he whipped his dick out at me, like,
right.
All of these unwarranted things. This was, he went on a date with this person, they continually had things where he wasn't given the maybe he was given the signals, but from what I was reading, he just wasn't given the signals that she was not into it, and then it comes out that she's like, hey, he sexually assaulted me.
Right.
And I 100% think we should take, like, these matters seriously because everyone is valid in with what they've experienced. But
okay.
It's like, there's two sides to it. I don't know. Like,
it's like, I feel like there's a lot of people that are like, there is no gray area. It's very black and white. But, like, I feel like we're kind of in the middle of the gray area.
I agree with it. I feel like there definitely is a gray area. Because we're all human too. Like, not saying this happened in this situation, but if you are on a date with a guy and you start making out with him and you give him absolutely no indication that you're uncomfortable or say nothing,
right?
How is he gonna know?
Exactly. But it's also, okay, so I read somewhere that she did say, like, hey, like, I don't want to have sex, like, I'm like, not, like, this is not what I'm down for. And then he was like, oh no, I totally get it, like, let's just drink and, like, chill out. And then there was a point where, like, he like sat on the couch and then, like, pointed to his dick. So, like,
I did not know that.
Right. And I like heard this, I was listening to a different podcast and that's where I've got this information, so I just trust that they were accurate in their information, but that's probably not.
Oh, I know. I mean, you never know. Again, it's a fucking gray-ass area.
Right. No one knows the truth. Only the two people that were in the situation
actually know the truth. Oh my god, that's so true.
So, but from what I read, you know, it's, like, very, like, okay. I understand both sides, and I'm like, I don't know how to feel, and I feel bad because there's a part of me that's like, well, I don't think, like, Aziz isn't on the same level as, like, Harvey Weinstein or whatever.
He hasn't had years and years
Kevin
of
Spacey, like, it's not all the same. Yeah. So it's like,
but the thing is, do we treat it all the same?
That's so hard because I don't have all the fucking answers.
I don't have all the answers either. I don't
know how to feel.
I don't know how to feel about it either, and this is where I
feel like a traitor.
I feel like a traitor too. I feel like I am betraying women because I have a little bit of sympathy for Aziz Ansari.
Exactly, and I do
should I not feel like that?
This is so hard because this is, like, the hard part. I do think that Aziz probably wasn't thinking about the amount of power he was bringing into the situation. And
true, that is a power struggle thing.
Exactly, just like him being who he is, he needs to take a lot of responsibility and really think through a lot of the things that he does. So I do think that there was room for him to pay more attention and to not be a fucking gross ass dude. But I also think that her expectations were in a different place than she assumed his were, and things
it's
got
just communication.
Sticky.
It's really communication.
And but I mean, I'm not in any way saying that I don't believe her and that her feelings are not valid. I do think her feelings are valid. I do think that she was put in a situation that she should not have been put in, that ultimately is going to affect her from here on out. Like, there's absolutely no doubt about that. But if you're, like, asking me, like, whether or not I've had the scenario of, like, have I been with someone and I wanted, I wanted something different than they wanted, and it was very obvious, and I just let it kind of happen because I didn't know what to say.
I know.
That's happened.
See, and the thing is, in a lot of these situations, I get so hung up because I have been in those situations where I was so uncomfortable, but I said nothing.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, maybe it'll get better, or maybe it'll something. And I never told the person that I was uncomfortable. So it's not their responsibility to know. They're not going to read my mind. Right. So it just...
But does that make it okay, though?
I mean, it doesn't make it okay, but how is he supposed to know? Right. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's both of our, maybe he could have asked more. Maybe he could have been like, are you okay? Are you okay?
Right. Hey, is my, shoving my dick inside you still all right? All right, dope.
Does this feel good, baby? Okay, daddy? Like, oh my god, why that's really fucked up. But anyway, it's just, I don't know. I feel like, and I've only had really positive experiences with it. So every time,
Aziz Ansari.
Oh god, we have had a very vigorous sexual life together. Yes.
Oh my god.
No. As a person who's been in relationships, I've never encountered, I've been definitely pressured a lot, and that's when I always cut it off. Like, if they're like, oh, but like, it's gonna feel so good and you're gonna like it so much, that's when I know to like just cut it off. I'm like, bye bitch.
Dudes are
dump his ass. But
can I just say to every dude listening, your dick is not a gift. Please stop treating it like we are thankful to have your penis. It's not the truth.
But at the same time, dick is pretty great.
It is great. Yeah.
I can't
take what I just said with a grain of salt, because I love my dick. So.
I can't knock it too much. But again, it's just a gray area, and I think we just need more. I think we just need to take more responsibility for our actions. You know what I mean? Like, we need to learn, and I know in a situation where you can get paralyzed because you're just such in shock, like, this is happening, that makes sense. But I feel like we need to start learning to communicate and learning to express those feelings.
We do, on both sides. I think that we as a society need to like start taking this initiative and like talking about like, how do we handle these situations from both perspectives.
But the thing is, like, so say you only learn about having a relationship by being in a relationship. Like, that's how you learn. It's like, how do you work out those kinks without
being
doing
traumatized for the rest of your life?
Great
question.
Yeah, exactly. How do you? We just need to be so much more open communication and try to do things thoughtfully.
Yeah, communication is a fucking key.
I'm not slut shaming, but we just need to really.
No.
We just really need to do things.
Oh, I'm all for going home.
Not recklessly.
Do what you gotta do with whatever do.
But you gotta be smart about it. You really, I don't know. Sometimes, this might sound kind of shitty, but sometimes I'm just like, I just have opinions.
Wait, what?
I don't know. It's that's gonna make me sound bad. You sound like the pedophile in the last one. This
oh my god!
Can I
just say? In no way do I endorse pedophilia. Just for another. I don't know why I was thinking about child molestation this morning. I was. Oh my god! No, I was thinking about. Okay, so
that morning,
one of my idols is Maya Angelou, who had been sexually assaulted as a young child. So I was thinking about my relationship to Maya and why her relationship and her just existence means so much to me. And then I thought about child molestation, and then I thought about what I said about pedophilia, and am like, I do not endorse it.
It sparks in your head. It's just an interesting thing to think about. Like, why do humans? Why are humans like that?
I'm very curious. I'm very curious in things I don't understand, and I don't understand pedophilia. But that doesn't mean I support it. So. And
the thing is, I feel so out of all of this, I guess my main point is, I know we just need to start teaching our children about just open communication on both sides.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like saying, one, like to the guys, you're not entitled to have anyone fuck you, and to like...
Your penis is not a
And
gift.
women, actually, as well. Like, you're not entitled to have people fuck you either. You need to also have those boundaries. Because I've also had those times where I was just like, I came on a little strong. Like, I could have backed off just a little bit.
Yeah. Drunk Jess was a little too,
oh god,
too on it.
I was ready. Anyway,
We've all been there.
but open communication, I feel, is what really, really needs to happen.
I agree.
And really educating. I know this might sound sexist, but educating your daughters to be, hey, if you're in a situation, say no. At any point in time, you're like, this feels wrong, just say no.
Yeah, we have to talk about it. That's the thing, is like, we just have to talk about it. Just talking about it would get us farther than we're at now.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't even matter what the fucking conversation, like, just talking about it is going to make a difference.
Actually, you know what we need? Abstinence only.
Oh my god, yes. People just need to stop having sex. Guys, what the fuck?
Dude, we're already overpopulated, so...
Right, no more kids, guys.
No more kids. We're just not gonna have
Confident
any more.
bullshitters have told you, no more kids.
This is a mandate. I actually got an email from the president himself.
Yeah, Trump endorsed this.
Orange face, baby hands himself, gave me the deal.
2 tiny thumbs up.
The 2 tiny thumbs of approval to stop having kids.
Okay.
But that's also something that I'll deep dive into at a later point, because I think we're overpopulated as shit.
Oh, I would love to talk about that.
Yeah, same.
That's gonna take us way too far, though. So next time, guys, it'll happen.
Is the next time.
Don't
okay.
worry.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on from Aziz, because it's obvious that we still don't know. Which is okay to not know how you feel about it, but if you don't know how to feel...
give me your opinions, and then we'll fight about it. If I said some ignorant
not
shit...
fight.
I want to fight about it.
Let's just talk about it.
Fight me. I'm just in a fighting
Just
mood.
as, like, I totally endorse communication, but if you disagree, fight me.
No, like, fight... Like, lyrically fight me. I want to have a knowledge battle.
Yeah? A rap battle?
Yes.
Okay. Let's have a rap battle about sexual
The
harassment.
name is Jessica. Nothing rhymes with Jessica. And everyone has already won that rap battle.
All right. Well,
Okay. We're gonna move on to Drunkard Child.
Drunkard Child.
The game where we are like, hey, were we prepubescent or inebriated? Let's go, baby. You start, because I gotta still think of a drunkard child.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. So here's me. I am walking, holding a pizza, and I was like, I'm drunk right now, which makes it a little bit harder. Here's what happened. I'm holding this pizza, I'm walking up to the door to get into the house, drops it on the gravel, picks it up, brushes it off, eats the whole pizza anyway. Pizza was face first in the fucking...
That's how you build up your immune system, though.
Right. I was like,
just eating gravel.
Whatever. I just brushed off the top layer of gravel that got on all over the pizza.
It's a little bit of crunch.
Ate it anyway.
Milwaukee spice.
Yeah. There's a homemade Milwaukee flavor.
It's a homemade Milwaukee flavor.
Drunkard child.
I'm gonna say drunk on that one.
Yep.
That's a drunk ass bitch thing to do.
Yep. It was me and a previous boyfriend were like walking with. I had the pizza. We made it like 7 or 8 blocks out of a 10-block walk, and like we could see the door. And I just drunk Emily just slips and the pizza flips up in the air and then fucking lands face down on the gravel, and
just like the cat theory where they only land on their feet.
Pizza only lands on the face of the pizza. Yeah, he was really mad. He was just like, "Are you kidding me? Are you seriously?"
And then just like, "Well, I ate the entire thing anyway."
Right,
so
and I was like, sorry, babe. And then I picked it up and put it back in the box and chucked out all the little tiny rocks, and we ate it anyway. We were drunk, so
wonderful.
I'm sure I consumed a lot of gravel, but it was still a decent pizza.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, so that's something that I've definitely dropped pizzas as a child.
I've definitely also dropped pizzas.
I've dropped just so many pizzas in my life. It's really bad.
Same though. Would agree. Okay, let's see.
Do you have one?
Do I have one? Yes. It's also a pee story as well. Welcome to the urination nation.
Literally, let's just name Drunker Child to times Jess has peed places.
Time I've urinated in places. Was walking home at a time. It was a time. I can't tell you when it was because it might give it away.
It gives
away.
It kind of takes away the whole purpose.
Yeah, the timing really kind of gives away the drunker child story. But you know what? I had to go, so I was walking home and I was like, okay, there's this abandoned house that no one goes to, and there's like bushes next to it, and so it was. This house that I was at was kind of on a hill, so I had to walk up the street to get to it. And it was on a hill, and I was like, okay, this is fine. So the bushes were lining against the street, and I was like, okay, there's an abandoned house. The bushes, like, cover the street. It's fine. I'm gonna drop trowel, and go to town. So I walk over, and I pull my pants down. And this is 100% gonna give it away. But I pull my pants down and I start going. And all of a sudden I hear, Jessica! What are you doing? And I peek over the bushes. And my mom was in the car. She's just like, I can see you from the top of the hill. And I'm like, oh, I didn't really think that one out. She's like, also, that old lady has been standing there looking at you for 2 minutes. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And yep, an old lady with a little white dog was standing in the window. I don't know why she didn't come out and say something to me.
Wait, so you were peeing on her lawn?
Yes. I thought it was abandoned, and I really needed to go. So my mom's just like, why would you do that? I was like, I don't know, I needed to go. Drunker child.
You were a child.
I was a child, and this also prefaces because again, I wouldn't go to the bathroom at my school because public restroom. So I'd hold it all day, and you
would hold it all day and then come to the neighbor's lawn and pee in the neighbor's
I would get off the bus, and then I'd be like, well, I'd peed my pants like twice on the walk home. So I've done it before. So I'm just like, my mom's gonna be so mad at me.
Oh
and
my
I didn't think that my mom would be mad at me for pissing on someone's lawn. So I was like, I'd rather go home without piss on my pants than publicly urinating.
Yeah.
On someone's lawn. And it was an abandoned house. There was a woman who lived there.
Shit, man.
They were just old and had the lights off all the time.
So this old lady saw you pee.
She saw my tiny porcelain ass displayed out, and so did everyone coming down the hill that I lived on, because it was at the bottom of a hill. I also didn't work out that logistical thing that I could have been seen, even though there was bushes.
I love it.
The angle of like sight trajectory was just not working.
No,
in my favor.
Well, at least you didn't pee yourself.
You know what? At least I didn't.
At least you're not a full-blown barbarian.
Exactly.
And you pulled down your pants.
Exactly.
I'll always be proud of you for
I am a classy lady. I never make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, you only got caught peeing that one time.
Exactly. Keyword is caught.
Oh my god. The number of pee stories I have, man.
I have a lot of pee stories.
God. Tune in to the next probably 7 or 8 Drunker Childs where we all talk about just peeing ourselves.
Well, the thing is with Drunker Child, some of these I gotta just like rearrange the stories because a lot of them are just inappropriate. That you're just like, a child probably shouldn't be grinding up on some guy in a club.
We're back to pedophilia. How do we keep getting here? This is crazy.
What is this podcast? It's just not
Wait, okay,
going
back
right
up.
way. Yes.
Were you a child in the club? Were you one of those?
No, that's the thing. Like, I can't tell these stories. Like, I can't. I gotta rework the stories. I have a lot of drunk stories.
That took at least a good 20 seconds before I could understand what you're saying.
You know
this vodka's got me.
You know that internet modem sound?
I'm gonna play it right
Same. Beep beep. I can't remember the dial-up. Beep, beep. beep.
Okay. I'm gonna stop Jess while she's making broken whale sounds, and we are gonna continue.
Ooh, with something that I also want to do on the podcast, we're gonna do random facts about life, teaching our generation about things that happen in our government and our life.
In our lives. Things that we feel.
I can teach you how to change a tire. I can teach you how to change your spark plugs in your car.
Ooh.
We can teach you how to
really?
fuck yeah.
I need to fucking know how to do that. You should teach me.
Teach you how to do your taxes.
Boom. Wow. I can teach you how to
I can teach you a lot of stuff.
I'm pretty useless when it comes to teaching other people how to do things.
I'm very descriptive too, so I'm just gonna teach you how to do all this by talking you through it. No visuals whatsoever.
No visuals. Figure it out.
Just figure it out. Okay. So yeah, what's on the agenda today?
So today, in random stuff that you should know about, I was very curious about this government shutdown that happened. Shutdown. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? And so we surveyed a handful of our friends to figure out what people like actually knew and what we could maybe give some definitions for. Although this is a little bit different than I expected it to turn out. So
yeah, this is a lot different because we really don't have a lot of ignorant friends.
Yeah, all of our friends are very politically up to date with everything.
That's true. Even if they're not the same political views, they really do know their shit.
Yeah,
they really. Where me, I don't know anything.
I should know. You would think I would know, but I don't. I have no idea what's going on all the time. But yeah, so I'm gonna just run through, give you guys like a little bit of a rundown of like what we found our friends / we knew.
About what the government shutdown is. Yeah. So how many people knew what the actual shutdown was?
Okay, so there were 85% of people. No, just kidding. 90% of people knew that there was a government shutdown, but we did have a small percent of people who had no idea it was going on.
That was definitely me. When I took the survey,
Did you not know the government shutdown was happening?
No. Oh, wait. Wrong question. I did know it was happening because that was the big news thing.
Yeah, that's true. And then I asked, do you know what it means for the government to be shut down?
See, that's what I had no idea about.
Yeah, and 36% of people said no. And that includes both of us because I have absolutely no idea what it means. Like, the government can be shut down, and I'm like, all right, but like, what? Okay, like, what the fuck? Why? What happens? Like, I'm just really confused. What does this actually mean? So 36% of the people that were our age that we asked said no, and then 57% said yes, and then 7% said yeah, who doesn't know what that means.
And then I'm just like, I'm an idiot.
Right, and then we both were like, okay, well, there goes any self-confidence we had left.
And the thing is, it's just, I don't know, I think the government shutdown for me, uneducated AF, is just them not making a decision and then wasting our tax dollars.
Yeah?
Yes.
I guess, yeah, I didn't think about tax dollars at all.
They get paid. How do you think we pay them? They
the
take
government
our
people?
Money. Yeah.
That's true. But I also don't. I mean, I don't think it was a scam though. To like they weren't purposely.
It's a scam.
The government is.
They're all reptile fucking monsters. So.
Damn, we know how Jess feels.
Conspiracy theory. I do not like the government. They're watching us through that fucking. Those lenses right now.
I'm sorry.
That's how Facebook knows what kind of
Facebook owns the
juice
world.
I like. I'll literally say, "Oh, I really want to try carrot juice," and then, "Hey, come to Happy Farm where we make the best carrot juice." God damn it! They know everything.
I can't do anything on Amazon without Facebook knowing about it.
Exactly. All those dildos I buy.
Yeah, dildo selection is crazy.
Also, they're gonna use our fingerprints to just keep a big database of us so they can track us.
That's fine.
That's why I don't trust that.
That's not fine.
I don't think that's fine. Maybe it's fine. A lot of people are just like, oh, microchipping is like the future, and like you shouldn't be scared of like
that's
face
where
scans.
I'm very kind of nervous about it.
Yeah, I don't trust any of that shit.
I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's so much going on, and at this point, I know so little about how to like protect myself against any type of internet invasion that like I just don't even know where to start.
Yeah, exactly.
like, even, like, people who have, like, the tape on, like, their computer, like, I'm just like, oh, God, should I be doing that? How'd you guys know that was the right thing to do?
Yeah, who told you this?
Right.
Was there, like, a mass email sent out that, like, don't trust the government, put the tape on your thing?
Right. I'm like, how come no one forwarded me any of this critical information?
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Okay, continue with government shutdown.
Yeah, so the next one was, do you know what DACA is? We had 71% of people said yes, and 28% of people said no.
I kind of know what DACA is, but, like, I don't at the same time.
Right. So DACA is Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, which pretty much means that, like,
the immigration.
Yeah, like, kids who come in who are undocumented have a length of time that they can stay in the United States when they're, like, children, and they're covered, and they're, like, not going to be sent back to their countries without, like, families or anywhere to go, and, like, the ability to actually support themselves. Yeah. So that was what the government shutdown was about.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was really interested, which is curious to me that only 71% of people knew what DACA was. That's interesting. Yep. Wow, friends! Wow.
I just, like, and the thing is with the shutdown,
stop brushing your hair.
It's crusty. So with the shutdown, so I did do some reading on it, and then I learned it was due to DACA, and we couldn't get they couldn't figure out what the fuck to do with it.
Right.
And then some Democrats had to make that tough decision to was it to pass the bill or not pass the bill? What was
right? So there was a federal budget that went on that was, like, proposed or whatever.
Okay.
And they have to all vote on it. And when I say they, I don't truly know what body, but it's probably Senate or Congress. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. There was a body of people that had to vote on it, and there were a group of Democrats that were like, hey, we want a decision about DACA before we vote on this federal budget.
Okay.
And there were Republicans that were like, pass, we just want to pass this budget and, like, keep the government open. We don't want to talk about DACA. And so that's why the government
shut down, because they couldn't get into it. Oh,
because there were people that were refusing to vote until...
Is the DACA bill, like, continuing to... Is it to...
Well, they're trying to rescind it.
Rescind it. That's what... Okay.
Yeah, so trying to stop it.
To stop it. Okay.
Right. And, like, they have to have a
the
decision...
The Democrats are trying to stop it?
No.
Republicans.
Yes.
Because DACA is trying to...
It's trying to keep young...
children into the...
Yeah, kids who are currently protected under it. Like, kids who are legally allowed to be here because they're under the age of 18, even though they are not, like, not...
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Right. They have paperwork that allows them to be, like, here in the country, and that protects them for just... It's just not a lifetime document, but they're trying to take it away. So that's what it was about. Democrats were like, hey, we need to talk about this shit. Immigration's, like, a real thing that we need to have a consensus over. Republicans were like, no, we got to pass this budget so the government can keep running. And then, that's why it shut down.
That's why it shut down.
That's why it shut down. So then the next question was, do you know what was affected when the government shut down? 43% of people said yes. We had 7% of people said, I know exactly what it means when the government shut down. We had another number that I think was also 7% that said, I don't know, I don't care. 20% of people say, I have no idea and it's scaring me. And then we had 20% of people said no.
So that's kind of a wider range of not knowing.
So pretty much most people our age have really no idea what means.
What is affected? Like, I have no idea.
I still don't fucking know. I should have Googled this, obviously, before we started the podcast. But I think, like, I truly don't know. I know it's, things that are funded by the government, and, like, I think that they're...
So the Trump administration announced its intention to minimize the impact of the shutdown. So I guess it affects all of the government-run places. So, like, the National Parks Service, a lot of the historical cultural sites, like, closed. Statue of Liberty and Libertyville were closed. The EPA would close. Department
of course, they would go after the environment.
Yeah, so a lot of the government-run agencies would be shut down.
I think, and there's like a wide scope of government like stuff too.
Okay.
That's, I don't know. Everything is run by the government. We don't realize it, but it's true, you guys. Everything's run by the government.
Yeah, well, no shit. Yeah, they're taking over. Government. I don't trust your shit.
They've been in control.
I don't know.
Since Georgie Washington.
So,
I want to meet George Washington so bad. I just want to, do you ever think about who George Washington actually was?
His wood-ass teeth.
Yeah, okay. There was so long ago, I feel like just because I played telephone for enough times to know that, the things we're saying about George Washington now could be nothing the actual truth.
That is super true, though.
Nothing the actual truth.
I agree.
He probably was, the short, awkward kid that, got to power, but I just want to meet him. I just
slide his way through.
I just want to talk to him and just, know who was George Washington.
I also want to know who George Washington was, and I think I needed to pay attention more in AP US history. That's another thing. Even though I got a 4 on that, I literally hated that class and didn't pay attention, and I got a 4 on the AP US history class.
I hate you.
That's because I bullshitted so much of the essays. Because you could just sound really intelligent for a high schooler. And
that's true.
Say nothing factual, and they'll be like, "Wow, you brought something to the table that was put together." If you get the format down, then they don't really give a shit.
Yeah, that's very true.
Talk about aliens.
Yeah, so high schoolers listening, just get that format down, man. They don't care about... If no one cares about your actual opinions.
Stay in school, but school kind of sucks. I actually hate it. I'm not gonna lie. I do not like being in school. I've never liked being in school.
There's just so many pros and cons to school. I hate it, but I also, can't imagine not being in such a place where I get to learn as much as I do, and I get to meet the people that I do, and, without going to college, I cannot imagine who I'd be, because
no, absolutely
become the person who I think I'm meant to be here.
Absolutely not, but at the same time, I don't think college should be for everyone.
That's true.
I mean, I think everyone should have a chance to go to college 100%, but if you don't want to go to college, I don't feel like you should have to. Exactly. I feel like there needs to be a boost in, trade skills, if, 2-year colleges, tech colleges, I don't know, just something that doesn't put us incredibly in debt, because if we're not going to do anything about the education system, then I don't see what the point is in continuing to, force kids to go to school to get more in debt. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Exactly.
So, college might not be the answer, just saying.
That's what I'm at that point, too.
Just saying.
It's we need to, look at where we are as a society right now. Look at the amount of access we have to the information that we have. Mm-hmm. And, figure out what's best. And, not everyone's going to want to go to a college for 4 years, get in a bunch of fucking debt, and then, where are they going to go? Probably do the same thing that they could have done going to a 2-year school and probably would have learned more.
That's what I'm saying. So,
it's all dependent on the person, and that's totally okay.
I'm just bullshitting here. I'm just bullshitting.
Bullshitting. We're confident bullshitting.
So, you're a film major.
I am a film major.
So, what if you did this? What if they had, a 2-year program where you learned a lot of just the technical knowledge, but you were also forced to work under for a production company that entire time as well.
Right.
So you're learning everything you could have learned from college, but in the real practical world, how it's actually being used.
Exactly.
But then again, colleges are used for research, and research boosts innovation, and whatever.
It's kind of messy. But yeah, I think we need to have we should just talk about education.
I agree.
And a whole part of the podcast.
I agree. Anyway, shutdown.
Back to the quiz I made all my friends take. Okay, so we asked people, what do you know what a budget deal is? 57% said yes, 35% said no, and then 7% said 7.1% said yeah, I balance my checkbook all the fucking time. That was sarcasm on my part. I don't know if it was whatever. But yeah, it shows that not a lot of us really know what a budget deal is. Me, again, I'm just I mean, I can imagine a budget deal has to do with money, but I have absolutely no idea like what
fuck goes into it.
Right. What are they talking about in there? Nobody.
What are they talking about in there? Do you know at all?
Absolutely not. Ooh, this one's interesting. Do you know the last time we had a government shutdown, 7.1 people said, "Oh my gosh, this has happened before." So there was a small chunk of people that had absolutely no idea the government has actually shut down before.
It happened when Obama was running.
It was.
What was that reason?
So 50% of people said 2013, and then 42% of people said 2014. So the majority of us know that it happened in the Obama administration.
Yeah.
Which surprises me. I wouldn't expect people our age to actually know that the government shut down within the last 5 or 6 years. I think it was 2013, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's 2013.
You know,
Again, for someone who made the survey, I should probably know, but I just don't remember. So.
It's really, I guess it's since 2011, Congress's inability to reach a long-term budgetary agreement has taken a toll on our military. Oh, I don't give a shit about the military. Why did I read that? I mean, I support the troops, but I'm not super into war, so
I agree.
Not the biggest fan.
I was having this thought process a while ago too. Like, we watched a movie in class, and it was like about this guy who was like coming back from the military and like just like addressing like veteran issues, and I was like, oh my god, there's so many veteran issues that go unnoticed and untalked about, and it's not okay.
Yeah,
we will talk about it. We will fucking get there. Okay. So that was a long talk about the government / pretty much every other thing that's been on our minds.
And, like, we did really just talk about everything and nothing at the same time. We really got to a consensus that, we don't know shit.
We don't know anything, but we have opinions on everything.
That is so true, and I feel like that's why nothing gets done.
Absolutely nothing gets done, because it's really a lot of it is just all talk and empty promises. We'll get there, though. I have faith.
As we say, oh, we'll talk about that later. Fulfilling the prophecy of talking about nothing and doing nothing and getting it done.
No comment.
But we're trying. We're trying.
I think our generation is really going to throw our society for a loop. I think that we, as a generation, have been given a lot of access to things that the people that came before us just didn't have access to. So I think that as an age of people, we are going to really push the boundary, and we're going to be able to run with what we've been given a lot farther than anyone else.
I agree with that. And I guess it's just knowing who our representatives are and what, like, the values that they hold. I know everyone says it, like, you know who you're voting for and vote who are you voting for. But the thing is, I'm apathetic about it because nothing has super affected me yet. Like, I have hella student loans and shit, but not until recently have I been like, wow, they take a lot of taxes out of my account, or these roads really suck and nothing gets done,
wow,
or
these roads are shitty.
Just a lot of stuff, like, until you're really unsheltered, then you start to figure shit out. So,
because there's a point in time where, like, okay, you, like, get through high school, everything's fine, you're like, la-da-da-da-da, life is great. And then you, like, hit 18, and then, like, the next couple of years are, like, you figuring out that taxes are real, and, like, you pay them. And, like, that's how it was for me. I was like, oh, I have, like, pay taxes. Yeah, that seems right. Totally just completely buying into it. I'm going to hand the government my money without knowing where it goes, because this is what I've been told is right.
For the entirety of my life. Yeah, exactly.
And then you get to the point where you're like, oh, wait a minute. Where's this money going?
Same.
What? And then you realize that you actually have the ability to, like, voice your opinion about where your money goes. It's just like every day you can learn something new about where your tax dollars go.
Every day.
All right, y'all. So we decided that we were gonna start to give advice that nobody asked for. You're welcome.
That's always a fun time.
Yeah. So we pulled up a few different like advice columns from different times, and we're just gonna comment on them all.
She has one. Where's your advice column from?
My advice column is advice that was given in the Helen Temple's beauty advice column, 1938.
Sweet. My advice column is from 1703. So this is going to be a wild ride.
Oh my god. Yeah, so we're just going to give all these people who are probably dead now advice.
True.
Okay, which one? So this one is called Shapewear. It says, I will be 18 years old at the end of June, and I'm throwing a party at a local town hall.
Oh, those town hall parties get
for
pretty
real.
crazy.
I was at a town hall party yesterday. No comment. Love you, Trev.
Trev. That I didn't get invited to. Here's the real tea. He's just like, oh, there were so many people I had to prioritize over you. I'm like, okay.
Oh my god, he said that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was the gist of it. He's just like, well, there was a lot of different, like, there was only a limit and I had to prioritize who I invited to it. There was like a 500 people limit. I didn't get prioritized.
Sorry, Jess, you didn't make the top 500.
That's so sad.
Oh my, it's okay. It was
Hey, who are you waiting for a text for? Anyone.
Anyone. At this point, anybody. Oh yeah. So this woman in 1938 will be turning 18 years old at the end of June. Mm-hmm. She says, but I have put on a little tummy weight in the past year, which despite much effort, I cannot lose.
I've also put on some tummy weight for the past 18 years as well.
Yeah, the past 22 years has been crazy tummy weight. Though my bust has grown too, ooh, I am worried I shall not fit a lovely silk dress I've purchased for the event. Please, can you advise?
What's the advice? What was the shapewear back then?
Ugh, I don't fucking know. Corsets? They had corsets back then.
Duct tape.
For real.
If I didn't have anything, if I really needed shapewear, it was duct tape.
You would really duct tape your hips in your midsection? Yeah. Damn.
If I didn't have anything else, if there was no technological advance that...
I mean, yeah, I guess I would go ham on that. But,
like, I literally couldn't give a shit if someone saw my stomach, so it's just, like, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm in this phase right now where I love wearing crop tops, even though it's winter in Wisconsin, so it's typically never over 30 degrees, and
that's fine.
I don't have a crop top body. It's fine. I do it anyway. So I'm all for people seeing my stomach, no matter how much.
Yeah, I could care less.
Yeah. So to shapewear.
Okay.
Live your body. Love your body. Live your truth.
Duct tape that shit, Lisa.
Yes. Yeah, Lisa. Duct tape that shit.
You're tearing me apart. Like she's ripping off the duct tape. Have you seen The Room? You're tearing me apart, Lisa. She's like ripping off the duct tape and it's killing her. That's fun.
I have no idea what you're
that was about. A time.
That was a time.
Oh, 1938. You want to hear what a 1703 one? Oh, they're asking the real questions in 1703.
Okay, ask me. Let's hear it.
What's love?
Oh God, that's it.
Literally, the column advice is what's love. Love, and you'll know. We'll give you the best description we can, that passion, which we have some reason to know. 'Tis a mixture of friendship, desire, and bounded by the rules of honor and virtue. Love being a medium between pure friendship and perfect desire. 'Tis warm enough to keep friendship
I zoned out while you were talking.
Ague, but not so fiercely hot as to set all on fire.
What time is this from?
1703.
Boo. What's the question? Is there advice?
What's love?
That's the... Oh,
that was
God.
the fucking advice.
What do you say?
What's love?
What is love? What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
What is love?
I don't know. I think love is just unconditionally being there for somebody.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like I'm not at a place where I can say what love is.
Same.
I'm just... This breakup's got me shook like a motherfucker.
Shook!
So I think that any type of definition I give for love is going to be a little hostile.
That's fun, because I feel like we're in two different settings, because I have never, ever had a long-term relationship ever in my life, and you have been in a lot of long-term relationships.
I haven't been in a lot, only
Oh, okay, not a lot because they were long term. So,
right,
I mean.
but I've had multiple long-term relationships. Yes,
dude, I don't even know what true. I don't even think I know what loving a romantic partner is
being like truly in love with someone.
I don't think I've ever truly been in love.
It's
with
a scary motherfucking thing. Like I don't like they make the metaphor of like jumping off a cliff and like free falling it, but like it really.
And I'm free falling.
Yeah, no, that's true though. It's I am so thankful that I've like felt love, and I can confidently say that I've been loved and I've loved someone with everything that I am. But it's also like when it doesn't work out, it's like the most like horrifying and painful thing ever, and it's just like leaves you wondering like what is my purpose?
Question is loving. So I feel like we can all experience love. Is loving a really close friend that different than loving a significant other?
If you're asking me personally, I say yes. 100%.
There's a difference?
Yes. Okay. I think that when you're really close friends with someone, you still, even though you can be like best friends with someone, there's still a little bit of a distance that you give them from who you are. Whereas like loving a significant other is like, I can come home and get naked and literally just lay on the couch and not even speak a word to you, and you are going to be okay with it. Truly. And you're going to love me anyway. Like, it's about being 100% yourself in the same place that they're being 100% themselves. And it has absolutely nothing to do with like, you know, what you talk about or how much you tell each other you love each other. It's like being able to be everything and nothing at the same time and having them love you regardless of it.
Okay.
So yeah. All right, more advice from the 1930s.
I'm gonna read this real quick.
Okay, go.
This is just a trip. My father had a dog which he kept great many years, in which time I had 2 brothers and 1 sister that died. And it was observed that this dog, always the day before they died, went around 100 yards from the house and laid his nose towards the church where they were all buried, and howled in a strange, hideous manner for an hour or more at a time. And when my father died, he did the same. Now it seems as if this dog had some prophetic, or what you would call it, knowledge in these matters. Is this dog God? Does this dog know? So let's see what this answer is. We'll tell you what to make sense of hundreds of these instances. Wait, fuck, I can't read. Well, we can't tell you what to make of hundreds of such instances as these, some of which ourselves are assured are true. All we can say is that there must be something that in it not natural, since that what power in nature has a dog? Fuck. Okay.
There's so many words you said that I don't understand.
The thing is, no. What? Okay. The thing is, they write so. This is 1703.
That sounds like a problem that you brought on yourself, man. You looked up 1703. I don't even believe. I don't even know. Speak like this in 1703.
Do you know what the fucking next question is? Is it proper for women to be learned?
Right, so my answer was just, my question was answered. Is it proper for a woman to be learned?
Is it proper for a woman to know shit? I'm hoping.
Absolutely so. Not. Women should never know anything.
What is the cause of the winds, and whence do they come, and whither do they go?
Oh my god, Helen's tips for the day.
I want to know.
Here's a tip from Helen. After bathing, do please give yourself a good hard rub down to stimulate your circulation. Yeah. And I know above a refreshing talc that you'll love to use. Oh my god. I can't fucking... The other one is...
I'm a little turned on right now.
Ugh, okay. I'll read this one in a sexy voice. Ooh. Give yourself and your eyes a rest once again. That's my sexy voice.
Same.
While by laying down for half an hour with pads of cotton wool soaked firstly in witch hazel and pressed over your eyes for 15 minutes, then followed by fresh cotton wool soaked in cold tea for another 15 minutes.
Some weird shit that I just don't know.
Whatever. I believe Helen.
Yeah.
I'm never doubt Helen. Oh my god.
Well, that was the time of my life. This podcast has been a wild ride, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know how I feel about this one either. What are we at? A minute? We're at a full hour.
I don't know how we talked for an hour about things.
I don't think we'd actually accomplish anything.
We talked about nothing. Sorry.
Yeah. Here's our public apology. This one is... Yeah.
We're still learning. Maybe we'll be more prepared next time, so...
I thought we were prepared this time. I think
clearly not, because we said nothing.
I think people... Here's the thing. If you guys are tuning into this podcast, you probably know either me or Jess, which means you probably know and expected that nothing would actually get accomplished. So you're welcome for... We've met your expectations. We've met them. You don't notice right now, but we've met all expectations.
We've met them. I'm confident in what we've met. But we can only grow from here. So.
We can only grow. It only gets better.
We'll try again.
We'll try again next week.
Try again next week.
Oh my god.
Look up the government shutdown.
Yeah. Check out all of the stuff in the links below. We're going to post all the music and all of the... All of the Aziz stuff. Maybe we'll even post a tutorial about how to make sex noises like Jess.
Yeah. Pretty easy. I've never made a sex noise during sex, ever.
Really?
No.
What? Okay, can I ask, like, what... Are you quiet? Like, what noises do you make?
Like, the soft moans.
Okay.
I do, but, I mean, I'm not, like, oh my god, choke me, daddy. Like, I'm not that. I'm not that.
Leave me alone.
I was gonna sneak it in somewhere. No, we don't have to talk about it.
Okay.
We just snuck it in. It's fine.
Just snuck it in there. That's curious, though. I always wonder how much noise... Okay, so what is your opinion on, like, faking how the sex is going?
I mean, sometimes when you lie to yourself... It's how you feel good. You know what I mean?
Right. Enough said.
I know, right? I mean, but anyway, yeah, faking it. I mean,
have you ever faked, like, an orgasm?
Yeah.
Do you feel guilty about it?
No.
Oh my god,
not
really?
at all.
Oh,
I fake it? There's no way. I mean, if I would fake it, and then, I mean, if they asked me afterwards, did you orgasm? I'll be like, no. Because I didn't.
Okay.
That's how you learn.
That's true. But I mean, are you letting the guys learn if you're faking it?
I mean, in the moment, it's kind of like, that kind of keeps the moment going. If
right.
You're, like, faking it and, like,
it's a turn on.
He's into it, and I mean, I guess it's not good for learning if you want him to.
Right. I feel bad because
I faked it before.
I faked it before, and I just was like thinking, and like, I don't know, it was a conversation that was happening about.
But what do you mean by faking it? Like, I mean, even when, like, because because again, I'm not that expressive when I fake it, so it's like, the deal is done. I'm like, wow, that was a nice time. He's like, was it good for you? I'm like, meh.
All right.
Sorry.
Damn. I feel like is there more?
I've had better Arby's roast beef sandwiches.
Oh my god.
Was that an Arby's roast beef sandwich? Probably not.
It was a knockoff, but it was still.
It was a cold mozzarella stick.
Thing,
I still ate it all.
Ate it all.
They were cold mozzarella sticks, but I still ate the entire package and then ordered another one.
Oh, okay. So it's okay to fake it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I don't know why I feel this guilt.
Because sometimes it's fun. It's like almost like a role playing kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
I
need to poop really bad.
All right, so we're done for today because Jess has to take a shit.
It's bad.
Okay. Go poop, man.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Jess is gone. But again, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for tuning in. We really do appreciate all of you listening to us drunk talk about the most random fucking shit. Again, check out the links below. We're gonna have kind of all of the compilation of information that we just talked about. If you have any comments about any of the things that you said. If you think that anything that we said was wrong, out of line, if you truly think that one of us is just totally misunderstanding something, let's argue about it, as Jess says from the open bathroom as she's taking a shit. Definitely comment stuff in either at the YouTube if you're watching it on YouTube. If you have more stuff to say to either of us personally, both of our Instagrams are in the link, and that's probably where you're gonna be able to reach us the easiest because both of us are Instagram junkies. But yeah, again, thank you for watching Confident Bullshitters, and we'll catch you next week.